Alrighty, here we go with the 2005 makeup. I'll just call it makeup since I don't think we're doing the hairstyling now. Just three movies in this category: Lemony Snicket, See Inside, and Passion of the Christ. And why does that say Snicker? Snicket. It changed it on me. Okay, makeup, phenomenal. Like they did a phenomenal job on Jim Carrey, just absolutely incredible. 10. Hair, everybody had crazy hair. We're not really doing hair, but I'm doing it anyway. Fuck it. This is my show, right? So I'll give it a 7. Special effects. I mean, again with Jim Carrey, like just come on, man. Like that was so good. They just fucking know. I they're gonna have to show me a lot with these last two movies because this is already my favorite, right? Like I just having only seen the one, of course, but I really believe that this is the one, right? This was the one that probably won it. That's why I'm not even gonna look up the box office because they'll talk about no. It may say like no Oscar wins, and that would sway me, or it may mention Oscar win. I'm just not gonna try it. Um, Intangibles. Now there was only one actor involved with all the transformations. I don't think anybody else got anything crazy done makeup wise. Maybe a little bit here and there. Some of his minions might have, but you know, if it was multiple actors, I'd be more impressed. So I'm only gonna give him a 6 for intangibles, but still, rock solid, right? So 33, they're off to a good start. These other two movies are gonna have to come to play, man, because like this is, they did an incredible job. It was flawless. Like it just looked so good. Like they transformed him twice. And I wonder in the books they probably did it a lot more. Like there was it 10, 15 books, and each book probably had a different. Olaf was playing a different person that nobody, the adults would never see it. That's the vibe I get, right? They could only do a couple here, right? I think they did. They did two, right? No, three personas. Yeah, you basically had three chapters in this. Three different guardians, probably from three different books. Each book was probably one of these guardians. So what they probably did is this movie was probably adapted the first three books. Yeah, so he did three personas plus his own persona. So that was four different makeup jobs. Incredible. They did a great job. Okay, I was right. It was a true story. That was pretty obvious, right? The other thing, Javier, whatever his name was 35 when he shot this movie. They had him looking old as fuck, so that's some good fucking makeup, man. That's some really good makeup. So, let's get to the scores. Makeup. Um, Here's the thing. What was so impressive about Lemony Snicket was the multiple characters that did the makeup. They had different looks. This was just one look. It was really good, but I'm not going to give it a 10 simply because it's only one character, right? So we'll give it a 9. Now, I will say the hair was better. Maybe I gave Lemony Snicket too small, but too low of a grade for hair. But his hair was spectacular, and I know that he was his hair, that wasn't his real hairline, being 35 years old when he shot the movie. So I'm gonna have to give it an 8. Special effects, I think it's slightly, again, not a 10 because it's only one character, but really impressive, right? So 9. And as far as intangibles goes, I'm gonna give it the same 6 because, dude, it was seamless, man. You could not fucking tell. I didn't know. That's why I had to look up the age. This motherfucker could have been 50, man. He could have been 60. That's how good the makeup was. That's super impressive. So that's what we're at. 32. If it was just these two movies, I would say Lemony Snicket. But it's not just. We've got one more. I think the fact there was multiple characters in Lemony Snicket is more impressive to me. But man, this was incredible. If they get the Oscar, I am not going to be shocked. Because this is really, really good. Like, they did a great job. All right, well, I've already talked about how good the movie was. The makeup was great. Now I just got to deal with Passion of the Christ. All Alrighty, here we go with the final part. I'm not even gonna put myself up there because this is gonna be really quick because I already told you in the movie what's up, right? So I think this is gonna be the one that wins. Makeup 10. I'm not even gonna hold you. Fucking phenomenal. Hair. I mean, it was alright. I don't think there's anything spectacular about the hair, although probably a lot of people had wigs and stuff and facial hair implants or whatever, prosthetics. But nothing blew my socks off, right? So, that's what that is. As far as special effects, another 10 out of 10. I had the complaints about his torso, but what are you going to do, man? Like, you have certain physics limitations. There's only so much you can fucking do in the physics of the three-dimensional space we live in, right? So, like, if you need to build up a prosthetic so you can then dig into it for the wounds, it's going to look weird on the physique he had. There's nothing they can do about it. So what they did was they had it there, but then they kind of shot around it as much as they could. I don't blame them for that. It's what it was. I'm giving another 10 for intangibles. Like, they just fucking nailed everything. Even some of the side characters who had little wounds and stuff, it looks so good. And, those are pretty easy to do, but they still nailed it. Like, I just think it was a good job. They did a great job. So, yeah. Like, as I said before, I think they won the Oscar. I guess, let me just show my face here real quick, simply because in case I get it right, I want to be able to celebrate. So it would be some shit if I actually get it right twice in a row. I don't think I've ever gotten it right twice in a row, have I? I don't remember. I don't keep score. I probably should, but like I live in the moment and I had the momentary joy. I remember I won last month because it wasn't that long ago. Because it was this month. Because there was one movie left, I did it this month and I did it not long ago, and then I've done these three in the past couple weeks. All right, well, let me look it up, see who won. God damn it. Fucking motherfucker. I fucking said Lemony Snicket. Motherfucker. That was my runaway winner until this movie. God damn it. Stick with your first instinct, man. I fucking studied long and studied wrong. Like what they did with Jim Carrey was phenomenal. I don't blame them for this. I will say my vote would have been Passion of the Christ. It was more impressive to me. I do see where they were coming from when they voted for Lemony Snicket, though. I will say that. The Jim Carrey makeup was really good. And I should have factored this in, there's probably a political bias against a religious film. A lot of people in Hollywood establishment, were annoyed by this movie. This was an independent film. And it made, I think it made $1 billion. It made a ridiculous amount of money. And I even, talking to people in Hollywood, because I started going out to Hollywood in 2007. It was a few years after this, and every 2 years after that, basically. It was just about every 2 years. And they were annoyed even then, even years later. They hated this fucking movie. They hated Mel Gibson. They hated the fact that an independent movie made this much money. They felt like it should have been through a studio. And the thing was, all the studios had turned him down. So they were just salty. Like, I remember talking to somebody from DreamWorks about this. Touchstone Pictures. There was a guy, he had a long rant. Like, I only had 5 minutes with him. After my 5 minutes, he talked for another 10 minutes about how much he fucking hated Passion of Christ. How stupid it was. How stupid people were for liking it. Religious idiots were going to run the country. All this shit. So, I should have factored that in. I didn't think long enough. Because you have to factor the political component into this when you do the Oscars. Because that's why I don't like the Oscars. Because there is a political component. There is a thing, if we don't like you, we're not going to give you this award. I should have fucking factored that in. I dropped the ball. That's on me. This is completely an unforced error. Lemony Snicket was right there. If I had remembered to factor in the political component, I definitely would have said it won. Although I would have said Passion of Christ deserved to win. Which I still believe. I would have voted for it. Because, like I said, I don't give a shit about religion. I get why it would be annoying to a lot of people. But you evaluate it on what you see and what the facts are, and not all the shit around it. Like, we don't like Mel Gibson, or we don't like the religion, or we don't like that this has a religious agenda. None of that has to do with how good the makeup is. The makeup is fucking great. So, I dropped the ball. God damn it. Fuck. No winning streak for me. But I'm doing some more again next month, which is starting tomorrow. I'm actually want to do one or two of those movies this week to try to get ahead of the game for once, right? So, damn it.